Let's start with a quick quiz. What color do you hear for middle C? Does that question even make sense to you? For some people, it's as natural as asking what color the sky is. They don't just hear music, they see it, taste it, or feel it as a shape. Imagine hearing the bright, brassy sound of a trumpet and, in your mind's eye, seeing a brilliant flash of yellow. Or perhaps the deep, resonant tone of a cello paints a stroke of rich burgundy. No, you're not dreaming, and it's not just a poetic metaphor. This is a real neurological phenomenon called synesthesia. Synesthesia is a fascinating brain shortcut where senses that are normally separate get their wires crossed. Think of your brain as a massive, intricate switchboard. Usually, a call from your ears, a sound, is routed directly to the auditory processing center. But in a synesthetic brain, that signal might also spill over and light up a connection to the visual cortex, the part of your brain that processes color. Scientists believe this happens due to extra connectivity between different sensory regions. It's a kind of crosstalk, where one sensory stimulus automatically and involuntarily triggers an experience in a second unrelated sense. The result? A blended multisensory world that most of us can only imagine. The most well-known form is chromesthesia, where sound triggers color. A high-pitched violin might be a sharp silver, while a low bass drum could be a deep, earthy brown. Every sound, from a musical note to a car horn, can have its own unique color, texture, and even shape. But the sensory pairings don't stop there. In grapheme color synesthesia, letters and numbers are permanently shaded with a specific color. For these synesthetes, the number 7 is always yellow, or the letter A is forever a shade of crimson. Another fascinating type is lexical gustatory synesthesia, where certain words trigger distinct tastes. The word jail, for instance, might taste like cold, hard bacon to someone. Some people even experience time spatially. They might see the months of the year arranged in a physical shape around them, like a ribbon or a circle. There are over 80 known types of synesthesia, creating a vast spectrum of unique human experiences. You name the sensory combination, and it probably exists. Now, it's crucial to understand what synesthesia is not. It's not a hallucination or a flight of fancy. These sensory associations are consistent and automatic for the people who have them. If middle C is sky blue for a synesthete today, it will be sky blue tomorrow and 20 years from now. It's an involuntary, built-in part of their perception. So, how common is this? It's more prevalent than you might think. Current estimates suggest that about 1 to 4% of the general population has some form of synesthesia. That means in a room of 100 people, there could be up to 4 individuals experiencing a richer, more interconnected sensory reality. Where does it come from? For many, it's often genetic. Synesthesia tends to run in families, suggesting a hereditary component is at play. If your parent or sibling has it, you're more likely to experience it yourself. However, it can also be sparked by training or intense life experience. Some studies suggest that extensive musical training, for example, can foster sound-to-color associations. It's a beautiful example of how our brains can adapt and form new connections based on our environment and passions. Far from being a disorder, many synesthetes consider their condition a gift, saying it boosts their memory and creativity. Think about it. If you need to remember a phone number and each digit has its own distinct color, you've just created a visual color pattern that's much easier to recall than a string of abstract numbers. The same goes for music. That specific color, for middle C, isn't just a weird quirk. It may actually help a musician remember a complex song. The melody becomes a visual sequence of colors, a beautiful, internal light show that serves as a powerful mnemonic device. This extra layer of sensory information can be a secret weapon for learning and artistic expression. In the real world, this unique perception has incredible applications. Composers with chromesthesia might arrange a symphony not just by sound, but by crafting a journey through a landscape of color. A designer might use their grapheme color associations to create logos and brand identities that feel inherently right to them. It's a built-in source of inspiration. Let's try a little experiment. Take a moment and look at the letter B. If you had to give it a color, what would it be? Is it bold and blue, or maybe a warm, bubbly brown? There's no right answer, but by asking the question, you're tapping into the kind of cross-sensory thinking that synesthetes experience every day. So, let's go back to our first question. What color do you see when you hear middle C? Is it a color at all? Whether you have synesthesia or not, exploring the connections between our senses opens up a whole new way of appreciating the world. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Tell me below what color, if any, you associate with that note, or share any other sensory crossovers you've experienced.